Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. This morning I was reading in Romans chapter 12, and I came across this very common verse, and I'm going to read it for you, and then we're going to talk a little bit. Romans 12, starting in verse 19. Friends, do not avenge yourselves. Instead, leave room for his wrath, or God's wrath. For it is written, vengeance belongs to me. I will repay, says the Lord. But if your enemy is hungry, feed him. If he is thirsty, give him something to drink. For in doing so, you will be heaping fiery coals on his head. Do not be conquered by evil, but conquer evil with good. There's a couple of things in here. First of all, this is talking about when somebody's done something to you wrong. Our problem is oftentimes people do something wrong and we're offended because they're doing something that we don't agree with, and we think that because we're offended, it was against us. And in reality, it has nothing to do with you. Have you ever heard the phrase, not my monkey, not my circus? Or it's not your duck. Get your ducks in a row, figure out what your stuff is, but all those stray ducks that aren't yours, leave them to wander. Have you ever thought about those things? Well, oftentimes we want to pile the heaping coals on their heads, and we forget that first and foremost, we're not the ones being injured. We are watching. We may have seen this movie 1,000 times and know exactly how it's going to end. But did you know that your responsibility in that situation, if it's not against you, is to pray that God protect the people that are involved? Your job is to intercede through Christ on their behalf, not by doing the work, but by letting God do the work. Now, there are many occasions where it is directly against us. And in those occasions, our job is to conquer evil with good. To feed them when they're hungry. To give them drink when they're thirsty. To do good to them in the midst of them harming you. Like Jesus did on the cross. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they're doing. And having a heart like that. But that's when it's against you. When it's against someone else, it's not your job. Your job in you defending the less than is to be there to hold them up as they experience the burdens. But it's not your job to go strike back. And often we do just that. And when we do that, we become the evil instead of the good. It's really important we remember that concept, because we so often want to go out and defend those who are defenseless. And the reality is our job is to hold them up, not to beat the others down. It's important for us to remember that God and God alone is the defender. He says, vengeance belongs to me. I will repay. Not I will give you the right to repay. And I have to remember that often. But so do you. I love y'all. I hope you have a great day. God bless.